right, so it looks like I ended up with a pretty good sized bucket. So it's now time to take these cuties. There's still a ton out here. I'm like, oh, I want to take them. Also, I've got a few florists and stuff that are interested in coming out and getting the last of them before the freeze hits. So I'm leaving. I mean, there's a huge amount. I couldn't. What would I do with all these? Anyways, I'll leave them here, and hopefully we'll have some people who come out and get to use them for beautiful bouquets. But I'm about to take this back to the studio and give it an arranging. Let's do it. Welcome. So I'm in my little studio space here, and it's little. There's actually more space kind of around me, but for doing, these kind of projects, this is where I'm going to be for the most part. I built this counter. It actually has casters on it, and it's made, there's two dressers and there's a top. So it actually has storage on both sides, which is kind of nice. And then I have I drug in one of our old bed frames. Of course, gave it a little copper pop, and then put my dried stuff on it. So it's kind of there for, it's, cute, and also drying my flowers. So I did, while I was down there harvesting some of these, I snagged some of these guys, which are, let me gently untangle them because I don't want to shake any seeds out. These are from Flamingo Feather Celosias. So I was going to just put those upright to hope that I wouldn't lose any more seeds. I see I'm already losing a few, which is fine, but there's lots down in there. Those I want to plant next year. And there's some other Celosias that are here too. Oh, I see a little. Ooh. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to gently move those over to this area in a little vase to, you can't see them very well, but it looks like little pepper flakes all over from those. So I'm going to sweep these up, I think, maybe, and just pop them in this little vase I put the rest of these in, so that when I process through them, I know that those are Celosia seeds. Oh boy, they don't want to leave. All right. So just a little housekeeping stuff to get us started. I also, while I was out there, oh, there was another one. Snake that in there. And there's 3 more seeds. Yes, I'm going to individually pick up, 2 more seeds. Individually pick up those. That one can go on the ground. So I decided several months ago now that it would be really nice to have a little space that's just for me to do my design work in, because right now, you've heard me mention that I'm in my my florist kitchen, right? But I realized if I shuffled things around in here a bit, that I would end up with a workable, usable space for doing my design work. So it's a little bit of poetic justice, I think, that I'm using it for the first time for my very last bouquet of my subscription season. So welcome to my studio space. And so I really only have one bouquet that's actually going out today. It's the very last one, and it's a long stem wrapped bouquet. So those are a little bit different of an arranger than you've probably seen me make. The ones that are subscription ones, those are generally in a vase. And I am going to use a vase for this one, but knowing that I'm just going to bundle it up and then take it like that, because they have a vase there that they pop it into. I'm not going to offer those for this next season. It's going to change a bit because I'm going to the year-round payments. It will kind of feel like they're paying the same amount, but it'll be for the regular arrangements. Because what I'm finding is honestly, it's the same amount of flowers. They're just long stemmed, and I don't arrange them as much, but I still have to take time to arrange them. And then I have the paper that I'm wrapping in, which just gets thrown away. So my thought is I'm just going to do away with that idea. I don't think it was, it wasn't effective. And so I'll go back to doing the arrangements for those subscribers. So that'll be cool, because I like that, because when I drop off, then I'm dropping off in the vase, because what was happening a lot with these long stemmers is I'd having to leave them, and because nobody would answer the door, and then I would be stressed out that their flowers were going to wilt, especially in the heat of the summer. Like right now, they'd be fine outside all day, but probably, except for that it is a little chilly. But other than that, I think that's kind of been our decision, is that we're going to just go with that one option. Because really it didn't make that much of a difference. So I picked this little cutie just because I thought it was cute, but it's so short. Look, there's no way. I don't know what happened with these stems. I got to do some more research and figure out what happened with that. So anyway, we'll just leave that one here. And then this was down at the flower farm. I found some of these guys, which, you know, here's the nice thing is I can just drop these in here. And then I can sweep them or vacuum them up later, and it's not my kitchen floor. Oh, it's so nice. It's a wonderful thought. So anyway, there we go. So I've got some status to start out with. I like these because they do have the nice long stem. So I'll probably just pop them in there like that, and then we'll arrange accordingly. So I know for sure, like, look, I can see these ones are so tall and so long. Those are great long stem. Let's see if I can even hold it remotely still enough for the camera to focus on the flower. I don't know if that one's going to bloom all the way. It's kind of a sad little blossom. So I'll probably cut it off. And we'll add this to the mix here. And I usually take off all these leaves. So anyway, I did already kind of preface the beginning of this with what we've got going on for next season. So you don't really need to talk about that. Oh, these amaranth, look, this is the last of these. I think they'll probably get gotten in the freeze here. Oh boy, they don't want to come out. Come on now. Come on, cutie. I'm gonna have to tickle it out. Look at all that wildness. Whoop, whoop, it's stuck on the other flowers now. That is wild. So pretty. I love too, I mean, the leaves, even when they're like not perfect, they're pretty. They're kind of tie-dyed and beautiful. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this one's kind of short here, and I'm going to take the leaves off of this, because really the water's only about yay high in the vase, so I only have to go 5 or 6 inches. Oops, I can throw those, I forget garden glitter right here. And the nice thing is then I can take all this and put it right out into the garden as organic matter, like I have always done. So, oop, that's in my face there. So let's see what we got as far as, I'm gonna clean that up a smidge, like that. But I think that looks fun. It's very, creates a lot of interest. I don't know if I need this though. Let's go like this first. And then we can surround it by some other things. There's one more sprig of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. Let's take that one off. Let's go like that. That looks a little bit, there, that's pretty stable. And then we'll snake these guys in just for a little bit more stability around the edges here. And then we'll just keep doing that until we get to the end of this. Whoop, whoop. There you go. I don't think I'll use this one, although I'll probably take it inside. I did grab an extra little vase here for things like this, because I will take these inside to my house, and then I keep just a continual bouquet going pretty much at all times during the season. So that'll work. Maybe this guy could go in there too, but oh, nope. Okay, well, we'll just leave it. It's fine. This is fine. Seeing these weren't really long enough to go in this arrangement, but I could put it in there. That one's going to be too short, so let's just put that one in this space here. Okay, what else we got in here? There's some of these guys. Let's see if I can get these out. So this one was really funny. I just happened to look down to see this little cutie. This is going to be in the short vase too, but it's a little crazy daisy. So I had taken seeds from my mom's house once upon a time and planted them, and then the daisy plants came up, but they didn't quite look right. So I've never used them in arranging or anything, but I think they didn't look right because they're like half wonky crazy daisies. So lesson learned on that. I definitely want some of these geraniums in there. Let's sneak those in before it gets too far on here. Take off, there's a bloom spike. That's just an old bloom spike, don't need that, but I think there's another 1 or 2 bits. Yep, there's another. This is a multiple. Let's break that off. And I feel like there's some more bloom bits that don't need to be there. I take off the little dried ones and then leave the ones that are potential bloomers, because they are kind of interesting. So just for a little interest. But this is one of my favorite geraniums out there. It's coral colored. It just goes and goes and goes. I rarely ever have them suffer in the winter. They just seem to really do their thing. That's a little curved. I'm not sure if I love that. Maybe I can go like this. Take that curve off. That'll work. Okay, so this is getting to be a little wild, but that's the point because it is supposed to be a long stem bouquet. So let's get in here. There's a few more of these guys. These are the cutest little buttony mums. I think they make the funnest little filler flower and accent. I don't know how long some of these are. Some of them I picked actually because of I wanted to use the blossom to dry. That one will be usable. Let's cut this little thing off here. So some of them aren't so pretty. I have to look at them with the bouquet. I don't know about that. Let's go down a little bit. That seems a little bit more appropriate length. So really these, I mean, like I said earlier, there's not really technically supposed to be arranging going on so much as that it's just a slap them together and wrap it bouquet. I can't really do that. I feel like even with, they end up being more work because I'm arranging these as well. This is part of the reason that I feel like, hello wonky bit, that I wouldn't be so successful for me to be a market farmer, to take stuff to the market, because market farmers, the big thing is that they're doing kind of fast work, you know, laying them out and creating a bunch of different mass-produced bouquets. Not that they're not beautiful, they are, but they usually have a recipe or a formula that they stick to. Oh, that one not gonna work. Okay, bye cutie. It's good knowing you. And you know, it's just kind of about, it's more about the mass. You know, you gotta get them made so you can get them out there and get them sold. I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I love that other people do, but that is not me, because I frequently have people say, oh, how come you don't do the market? Or why don't, you know, you should do the market. No, no thanks, not doing that. You want to run it for me? Because I would love it. In fact, I may be hiring. I had, the last time I was asked, I said, hey, you know what? If I had somebody who came out here, picked the blooms, made the things, and took them to market to sell, I would love that. But as it stands right now, I have enough on my plate just to manage what I've got, so I'm not going to be doing that. Ooh, these are tight in here. I did harvest quite a bit that were short, but mostly because they were so pretty, and I really just wanted to have a little bouquet as well. Ooh, that's pretty there. What else we got? Let's take this guy out. I don't know what's happening here. It's cute. That one, not so much. I'll just cut all the rest of them off and we'll use the cute one. Ta-da. Important. That's pretty. I'm going to put that in. It's a little shorter than I'd like, but I don't really care. I mean, it's the last one. I love Dr. Shane, where they're going to it. He was my fabulous doctor that helped get me in tip-top shape when I was having all my problems. And, you know, he helped kind of figure out what was going on with my health stuff so many moons ago, and got me to where I really much more better understand what this body is doing. So that's awesome. He's at Specific Chiropractic in Chico, and I recommend him to anyone who actually wants somebody to listen to them. Oh, sad day. Look at that guy. Little Cosmo, it tanked. That's okay. I'll use it right here in this bouquet. Boop. So yeah, Dr. Shane, he's amazing. So I don't mind giving him a few extras at all. In fact, most of my customers will usually find that they get more than less. Just simply because I don't like a not full bouquet. I've heard it referred to as a chronic overstuffer. That's pretty accurate. I need to lower this down. Just see what's in it. I think I'll use the two statuses, but then set that on the ground and pull this one closer. So that being said, it's really wild that the last delivery of my season is occurring during the, this is really packed full. I really packed this one's the one I did down at the flower farm. I'm trying to see if I can, oh, that one came out easy. Those are gorgeous cranberry blossoms. Let's see if we get this one out. I picked a lot of stuff that wasn't necessarily going to be used in this bouquet. Whoa. Okay, let's do that. There's some really pretty white ones though. I want to dig those out. And these beautiful purples. It gotta be gentle. Also kind of have to be able to yard them out. Okay, I'm gonna set this down because I don't think I can do. You know, amongst us florists and flower farmers, it's, well, at least florist flower farmers, you always know you have a little bouquet of your own going on the side. Because there's always ones that are too short or like not quite so perfect. Oh my goodness, I set all of these on my clippers. Of course, I have to excavate the clippers. So that's what that is. So that's like, you know it's gonna be, I'm gonna leave that. This is a giant, wonky, beautiful thing here. I'm gonna try to find some stems that are worthy. This one there, that'll work. Ooh. There were some really pretty white ones, so I want to get those if I can. This one was fun. This had a triple bloom head on it. So I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to hold it still extending out that way. But it is a little weirdo. Cute though. Actually had quite a bit of this multiple bloom bits, and also fasciation, I think it's called, where it grows like wide and then that's deformed kind of. I believe in our Master Gardener training, we were told that they're not 100% certain really what does cause that. This may be way, yeah, see, that's way too short. Sad though, because it's so pretty. Those are good. Let's put those in. These are cuties. They're furry on the bottom. I didn't strip this one at all out there in the field, obviously. Normally I like to, as much as I possibly can, strip out in the field so that, whoop, all of that goes right back out into the soil profile to make healthier soil every time. But I was battling, number one, battling my clippers because for whatever reason, I had to was having to pull them open to do each, by the end, I think they need to be cleaned and oiled. I do that pretty frequently throughout the season. So sometimes, but they'll all come across one that's like, oh yeah, you definitely need it. So that goes in the clean and oil pile. There is quite a bit of maintenance that goes into quite a bit of, that's correct. That's correct grammar right there. Perfect English. Oh, this one's a little funky. Oh, well, you know what? It's too short to go in there anyways, so I'm just gonna go with that. That'll go in my extra pile. But this one looks long enough. Look at that cutie. Oh, so pretty. This is one of the, I don't know, Queen Lime Peach, maybe? Not sure, but it is awful pretty. So the fun thing about this time of year is thinking back to all the different things that occurred. Like, do I like all of the things that I planted? Do I feel like they did good out there? Do I want to grow them again? Do I feel like it's worth it? Okay, this is starting to get pretty full. Oh yeah, that's a huge bouquet. Okay, so I'm just gonna clean up the rest of these by putting them in this other bouquet, and then this one will just get wrapped. So yeah, that's pretty much a wrap. That's a pretty one. That's like a double ruffle. It's like this one you can kind of see has the top bloomed and the bottom bloomed. They do that sometimes out there, especially the older blossoms kind of have a doubled up look to them, which is cute. Well, hi, kitty. Trillian is going to bless us with her presence. Hello, lady. What's up? She's just quietly judging. That's what she do. Anybody that knows my trillion. Oh, this is so pretty. I want that to go. I might just go ahead and see if I can fit it in. Cut all those little bits off the bottom. Yeah, that's long enough. It needs to go. Go with it. This is a weird mix of colors. I don't think I would normally like have picked this out if I was like making one specifically for a palette. But it's the end of the season, and honestly, it's a fun little rainbow, like, final push, I guess you'd say. Oh, I love these. These have this orange. They're kind of orange petals on the outside, but when you pull it this way, you can kind of see that hot pink that's in there. I love that. I'm putting it in here, but mostly I brought that home to collect seeds from it because it looks like it was ready for seed making. This one is kind of ugly, but I'll put it out here anyways. Yeah, most of these seem to have the shorter stems, so that's fine. They'll go in this little, oh, I've got wonky things going on there. And this little vase, it's my little leftovers, and I'll take these in and add them to my other bits, and I usually will yard out anything that doesn't look like it's gonna hold up or that is kind of look soft or, you know, is dying in any way. I take those all out and I replace them with new ones. So it'll be interesting to see what continues to bloom throughout the year. Out here, I have traditionally had Rudbeckia continue to keep going, which is like these guys here. They call them black-eyed Susans, but this one is 100% a green-eyed Susan, which I like. I have green eyes. Works for me. Green-eyed errands. Anyway, oh, that one is awful cute. The neck is bent, but so it faces forward, which is kind of unusual for zinnias. So I'm gonna add this to this, even though it's so huge already. I hope it will fit in the vase he has. I might just go ahead and bring it in this vase, just to make sure, because I really don't want him to have to not have a vase to put it in, because he has his own vase that he sticks his wrapped bouquet in when I deliver, but we'll see. What else is growing out there? Usually that one, I mean, it's really not worth it. We're just going to drop that. I think the status will continue to bloom, which is, you know, this stuff here that can tend to look a little dried. These aren't really worth all that much. They're so tiny and cute, though. I'm just going to keep this one, I think. So those will keep going. Sometimes we'll get a little bit of rose blooming. Geraniums will keep up all winter long. They don't even care. And then I have this cute little succulent out there that continues to bloom. It's like a little yellow spiky thing. In fact, it's one of the filler flowers I use in spring religiously because it's out there doing its thing. Osteospermum or African violets are blooming. Usually all season or all winter long. They just kind of stop in spring, or after their spring bloom, they stop, and then through summer, they just don't like it quite so hot, which is funny. This is a pretty one, little cranberry blossom. Those I think are in the Queen Lime series. They're kind of this burgundy-ishness. Let's see, let me take it out so you can kind of see that. It's like kind of a burgundy button. They're cute. I did pick some Cosmos, but I don't really know how they're going to hold up. Some of it's already been spent. So let's take the spent blossoms off. That has not bloomed yet. So we'll see how it blooms inside after being picked. These tend to bloom, and then these ones will die off. So they do have that vase life, just as long as you recognize that each individual blossom isn't necessarily going to keep pumping forever. Okay, these are probably all. That one's pretty cute. Take it. What do we got going here? Spin it to win it. So I cannot explain how nice it is to just do that and not even think about the fact that, you know, it's going to be sitting all over my kitchen floor until I get to it. Because sometimes in the frenzy of delivery weeks, and when I've had large delivery weeks, with lots of bouquets in one day, I'm like leaving with the floor like that because I've got to go get them delivered, and it's like getting to be after dark. Sorry, dropped a little blossom. And I don't know. I don't like that. So this was the upgrade that I needed to make for me. That'll help me feel a little bit less stressed because I can walk away and let it sit in here and it's just fine. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to trip over it. I don't have to see it until I come back and deal with it. So that's going to be my thing, is figuring out, or reminding myself to come back out and make sure it's taken care of. But I plan to be recording out here quite a bit too. So I'm really hopeful that the acoustics are good. I was able to fly some lighting above, and so I'm hoping that that will work out nice. Okay, so in the bottom of this bucket, you gotta see this. Let's see if I can get down in here and get these out of here. Oh my goodness, oh, you cuties. So these are those Zowies. Look. And a Queen Lime orangey one. So this is actually probably its whole own little bouquet, is these Zowies with some yellow. Look at, there was a couple of yellow ones in here. This beautiful red. Look at that. That's be gorgeous. So I might have to make a second little bouquet that's for those. Maybe I'll take that with me to Master Gardeners as a little decor somewhere. When we did our trainings, it was always fun to bring bouquets to go on that. We always had food tables. It was fun. I miss going to the trainings and having a little food table and just learning. That was, I mean, seriously, so cool to just go and get to learn all the stuff. Even if I knew some of this stuff, it was worth it to just hear somebody talk about gardening. I love that, which is kind of part of why I'm doing what I'm doing as far as the YouTube, because I know there's lots of you out there that feel the same way. Or maybe you just love my melodic voice that I just puts you to sleep at night, or it's grating and it wakes you up in the morning. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I don't know. So yeah, our ultimate goal is to kind of lean into some of that education. I'm going to take all of these, but not the middle because that's ugly. Oh, more cutie in there. Look at how pretty those are. Let's take this bucket down. And I'll clean up these guys. So I do miss that part of it. It was fun to learn, and I'm looking forward to lots more opportunities to learn more new things as time goes by with the Master Gardener program. I'm hoping I can get a lot of hours in during winter time, because you have to have so many hours that you volunteer. So I'm hoping to get as many volunteer hours in the winter time in as possible, because my summer tends to be pretty crunched full. But I think they do quite a bit more stuff, I think, during the summer. I'm not sure. But look at those. I almost feel like we could make a little, little hand tied out of this. There's lots of ferniness, that's for sure. I don't think I need all that length. So I don't necessarily get to do the hand tied look very often, because I don't really do event work. And a lot of times this is for, event bouquets and stuff like that, bridal bouquets. But it is fun to do. So every once in a while I just do it and they tend to be fun videos because you're watching that process occur. Okay, there's some we need to get these guys in here. Let's see, how about like that. Oh, I probably should take, here, I'm gonna set this. No, I can't really set it down. That's the hard part. You really need these stripped before you started about this, but here I am. But yet, here we are. I'm gonna cut those off because I don't think I need them. That one's not in great shape. Excuse me. My eye's itching. So I don't think I'll use that one. What are we doing for time? Looking pretty good. I don't have to leave here until probably noon. And it is 11:45. Oh man, I guess we're not doing great for time. That's okay. I can always deliver that bouquet after it's not hot outside, so it can hang, and then, in fact, I will probably do that now that I think about it. Okay, so we're coming along here. These are real shaggy. Whoops. Let's get that in there. Oh, that's looking good. That one's pretty short. I might go ahead and keep that one for me. Oh, there's some definitely long ones. And then I will find a little vase, I think, for it. So even though I'm making it as a handheld, they can be popped right into a vase if you want. And they do just fine. Let's go here. And here. I got this little cutie right there. Those that need some trimming. Really, that could be way shorter since it's going probably over here like that. That's toast. All right, what else do I got? That actually, I think, will work. That's not bad. It's a cutie, just kind of wild mix. And then I will squish that into a little vase. So my vase shelf is right behind the camera there. So I just snuck over there and grabbed some of those. So that ought to do like right about there. I'm gonna cut all these off, which is good. That looks about the shortest of the stems is right about there. And pull off some of these. I feel like I always end up doing that. I make these handhelds and I forget I need to clean them before I do it. But it's, you know, just an event. They only really need to look pretty for right now. And they do. Look at how pretty they look. I kind of want to, let's see. I think I can steal some of these now that I know it's actually going to be shorter. I can steal a few of these cuties back. Let's do this one. Going out the top there. And I'm going to steal some of these white ones to round off the edges. A few of the spots, they're a little, they don't have kind of that rounded look that I would like. So I'm about to fix that. That's pretty good, pretty good. This is a little bit open in the back side here. So I'm gonna just do a quick little rearrange to change that. But I will say the fun part about arranging is that you may start off thinking you're going for one completely different thing and then end up with something completely different. Because I didn't even think about this looking like this. I'm going to take that one because it's so pretty. Look at that corally red. In fact, I want to make it real short and put it down here on the edge. Cute. And these rusties, come here. You get to star in the show. So I did it. There's my last bouquet of the season. That's going to customers for the subscription customers, I guess is the best way to put that. This is wrestling me. So I'm going to pull it out of here and figure out why. I see why. Because this is a multi-branched and everything got stuck into it. So that's fine. I'm gonna lean into that. Let's see if I can get it in here. Yep, I did. Okay. Who else wants to go in? Let me flip these around so I can see colors. Let's do some white ones. Anyway, so I basically am just like, that's a wrap. I can't believe it. It's done. We did it. Ooh, let's put some of these in here. I wasn't going to, but oh, those are nice. Let's see. That ought to work. I'll put this right into the top, and then it'll give it a little bit of height, but just a little pop right off the top. Probably won't do those ones, so let's put that back in there. And who else wants to go? You, you're cute. Need you. Anybody else? Oh, there's a cute one under there. Look, that was buried under there. That needs to be right here. Okay. I think it'll do. That'll do it. Anybody else? Last chance. This one is awful pretty. I decided I wanted that one in a different spot after being up here and looking at it. I want one more colored one. Maybe we'll do this one. It's kind of in sad shape though. Here, maybe one of these cranberries would be okay down here. And I don't know what we got going on with this, but it is not very happy. So I'm gonna do that. Put it over here. Oh, and I might even be able to sneak this little guy in there. Cute. Okay. So now I need a few more. Chronic overstuffer. Much? Yes, that's me. Oh, that's cute. Look at that little cutie. Okay, so it is probably time for me to get going. So I'm gonna probably just leave these as is, and I'll shove them in the vase at the end. But thank you for joining me with my very last bouquets, because this is really but this will go, I'll take that to the my Master Gardeners thing, and it'll be fun. So thank you for joining me for my last couple of bouquets here. This will not be the last time I'll be in the studio. I think I'm gonna like it here. We'll keep on making some other fun stuff and watch us grow.